Hai, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to Encik Syariza Saad. Today, me and my teammate Haziq will explain to you about exercise for lab 6. Okay, so for the exercise 5.1, the question asks us to you build a circuit with the requirement given. Okay, so for the requirement, the question asks to press PB1, and then after press PB1, the light 1 is on. And then we need to press PB2 and the light 2 and 3 and on. And then finally, if we press the push button 3, the system will off. Okay, so in this lab, Haziq will show you the circuit on how the circuit operate. Okay, so you can see here for the transition 1, for the step 1, I connect it to the transition PB1 and in1 in order to press PB1. After I press PB1, the transition will go to the step 2 and the light 1 will turn on. As you can see there. After that, if you can see, after the step 2, there's a transition that tells PB2 and into. This transition will help to turn on the light 2 and 3. As you can see here, if Haziq press the PB2, the light 2 and 3 will on and the light 1 is still on because the question didn't ask us to turn off the light 1. Okay, so for the next part, finally, if Haziq press PB3, the circuit will reset to the initial condition and we start the operation over again. This is because, if you can see here, the transition at PB3 and in 3 will go to the step 1, which is the initial condition. Okay, so that's for the exercise 5.1. So for the exercise 5.2, the question asks us when press PB1, the light 1 is on. After that, if we press PB2, it will delay for 3 seconds and then the light 2 is on. After that, if we press PB3, the system will off. As you can see here, at the step number 1, under that there's a transition PB1 and in1. If I press the PB1 and in1, the step will go to the second step and the light 1 will turn on, as you can see there. Okay, so after the step 2, there is transition for PB2 in order to go to the step 3. If Haziq press to PB2, it will go to the step 3 and light 1 will turn on again. And in 3 second timer under there, after the 3 second, they will go to the step 4 and light 2 and light 1 will turn on. So for the last part, if we press the PB3, the system will go to the initial condition again and the system can operate as usual. Okay, so that's all for part 5.1 and 5.2. For 5.3 and 5.4, I will call upon Haziq to explain the lab.
Okay, thank you, AB. So for 5.3, I will explain. So for the 5.3, we use double solenoid valve. So when we push PB1, it will trigger to the out 1 and trigger to the A plus, which is it go to the step 2. The cylinder A will extend from A0 to A1. Then after it reach to the sensor A1, it will trigger to the in 3. So it will trigger to the in 3. So it will solenoid valve B plus will retract back the cylinder A to the initial condition. So for 5.4, when we for 5.4 we use one double solenoid valve and one single solenoid valve. When we push PB1, it will trigger to the out one solenoid valve A plus, and it will extend the cylinder A from A0 to A1. Once the cylinder A trigger to the A1, it will trigger to the in3. So for the in3, the B plus will extend the cylinder B from B0 to B1, and when the cylinder B reach the B1, it will trigger back. It will go to the initial condition, which is B0, B0, because in this case we use single solenoid valve, which is use spring. So when the cylinder B go to B0, then it will trigger to the in4, which is the cylinder A from A1 will go to the A0. So this is the simulation. So as we can see here, the A0 will go to the A1, then it will trigger to B0, then the cylinder B will go to the B1, then B1 will go to B0, then A1 will go back to the A0. Okay, that's all for lab 6. Thank you.